Hello viewers, as we have learned in the previous lecture about the startup and the raising the fund, how we can raise the funds for the startups. Today we are continuing. My name is Ajikya Patil and today we are going to be continuing with the further part. There are the few of the more funds and the problem which is going to be faced by the startups to raise the fund and what are the issues that we are going to be studying today. Okay, so today's topic, which is going to be content that what is a startup, basic problem which every startup is going to be face, understanding their options, and option for raising the funds. So, what is the startup? As there is a huge confusion between the startup and the businesses because the startup are made to be grow at a huge and the larger scale, where the businesses are made to be start by each and every person for a particular daily livelihood of his earning. For example, if the business, for example, the particular person is going to be start a grocery shop, it is a business for him, and it is never meant to be a grow or it never being to be a big business because he will never going to be start a multiple business. He will never start with a particular company of that grocery shop. He will just going to be work in that particular shop as a particular startup. There will be the shoe shop, the medical shop. They are never being to be a grow or develop. So there is a different types of thinking and there will be the different types of management is going to be work for the business. In a similar way, the startups are always going to be meant to grow at a larger state. When we are going to possess the larger state, means from a small scale company, it is going to be a multinational company, it is going to be the large scale company, from a private limited to the public limited, startup having the different types of scenario. And in this scenario, the Indian government is going to be help the particular startup for starting. So being registered under the startup of Indian government, a scheme, there are some of the particular rules which is going to be there, and after that you are going to be known or register under the startup. The first condition is that it business should be your own and that the business idea which is going to be utilized as a startup, it should be a genuine which is going to be solve the problems of common peoples. Then you are going to be registered under the startup scheme of Indian government. Then what are the basic problems which every startup is going to be faced? Some of it has been given on the slides. First is to take more than just an idea to run a successful business. As the great idea can start a great business, but the great idea has to be get implemented and it has to be get a particular product or service by which the person can going to be start a business. For that, they are going to be need a funding and they are going to need a execution of that funds uh, that every person is not going to be deal with. Then the second part is that entrepreneur or existing business owner need a capital to pursue their vision. For the particular entrepreneur or a company owner, business owner will going to be have the capital. Then and then only he will going to be start or execute his business idea into reality. Hmm. So there are the few of the questions which every startup is going to face. So what are the few of the questions which is going to startup face? How, what is the government rules and the regulations to start a particular thing? What are the license which is going to be there? How much fund it is going to be required? What is the market research which is going to be required? Uh, how they are going to be raise the fund? What are the requirement which is going to be there for rising the fund? So fund of the rising requirement which is going to help the startup or entrepreneur to get a funding easily that we are going to see in the further slides. Okay, so the requirement of fundraising. So what are the requirement which is going to be there to raise the fund for a particular investor or a particular startup owner, or we can going to say an entrepreneur, to whom what are the some of the requirement that has to be fulfilled so that they can going to get easily funding from a particular businesses. So what are the requirement? The first is the legal structure of for their business. So when we are going to say the legal structure for the business, the person, entrepreneur, has to register their firm with the proper registration, which is going to be the private limited company. It can be the limited liability company, mm, or it has to be get registered under the startup schemes of different government. There are the proprietor company, but the proprietor company is going to be hard. It finds hard to get at funding for raising the funds. So there should be a legal structure of a company has to get registered. When we are going to say the legal structure, it is just not a name. Particularly documentations has to be there. There should be the registration incorporation certificate has to be mentioned, mm, and the proper ratio one analysis and all the documentation has to be there. Then and then the investor will going to be show interest to raise a particular fund for that business or a startup. Then second is the market research. The entrepreneur has to do the market research of their business. So when we are going to say about a market research, what are the research point that has to be seen? He has to know about the market size. He has to know about the market structure. What are the target audience will be going there? Where the particular product is going to be sold? What is going to be the demand of a particular product? What is the return on investment? How long it is going to be take to get a return on the investment? Such type of things has to be observed. Then there will be the different types of things which is going to be observed, like the management of the staff, the demand, how it is going to be fulfilled, for that the capital we are going to be required. All the study has to be done in a market study. If you are the entrepreneur is going to be do the particular study, it is having the clear idea that what the fund and how much fund he has to write and how the fund will going to be utilized. And the investor can going to get a clear idea that from that fund how much percent return he will going to be going to get on that. So the study has to be done about the market. The major research will be the market size and the targeted audience which is going to be study on the particular topic. Then the budget sheet. So what is the budget sheet? The first and the always the investor will going to be asked for the budget sheet. Budget sheet is nothing but the how we are going to be spend or utilize the particular fund which is going to be raised. So what are the requirement and for what you are going to be utilize that fund? Whether you are utilized for your personal use or whether you are going to utilize for purchasing the machinery, you are going to be utilized for the advertisement, you are going to be purchasing for the sales, you are going to be purchase for the salaries, you are going to be raise for the new offices. There will be there will be the different types of things has to be seen. So manpower, you are going to be hire the new manpower, you are going to be do the advertisement, you are going to be uh, do the legal documentations or by using that funds. All such type of documents should be get budget sheet. It has to be mentioned that the fund which is going to be asked by the investors from the investor, the utilization and the spending of that fund will be going to be issued and has to be shown. Then identify the right investors. When we are going to be know the identify the right investor, there are the different types of investor into the market. So who and how the particular investor is going to be give you the fund, who is the right person who is going to provide you the fund, that person has to be get identified and that person is going to be given the particular space so that it can be going to be easily going to give the money. So what are the different types of investors? So there are the some of investor which is going to be invest in the pharma sector. So there are the some of the investor which is going to be invest in the education sector. There are the some of the so which is going to be invest in electronic sector. There are the FMCG product. There are the mechanical product. There are the different types of pharma, automobile, and different n number of scheme. There will be the B2B investment. There will be B2C investment. So a person who is ready to invest in a fund, you have to first utilize and know that in which market or in which industry you are working, and for that industry, who is going to be able or ready or willing to give the fund. It is going to be known. Okay. These are the some of the identification and the point that the clear person is going to be. because there are some of the people who is just expertise in the particular sector, and they know that whether the product is going to be work or it is not going to be work. So they will going to be invest in that particular sector only. So to work in a particular sector, that person is going to need the funding as per the need which is going to be there. Then the pitch decks. So what is the pitch decks is going to be? So the pitch decks is nothing but that you should know about a particular market, and you should ready with your sheets. The ready with sheets mean that whether you will going to be the proposal. If you are going to be present for the investor, there should be the pitch deck has to be ready. That the cover page, the name of the company, who are the investors in the company, who are the shareholders of the company, what are the expenses, what are the market, what is the return on investment, how will be the exit for the investment, when and how long it is going to be take, the product model, the business models, about the product information about the product, about the advertisement, all things has to be mentioned in the pitch decks. Pitch deck is nothing but the proposal, which is the file which is going to be maintained, the project report which is going to be maintained by the owner or an entrepreneur for about the product which is going to be there. So once you are going to do the clear documentation of your product, the cover page about the company, about the product, there will be the pictures, then there will be the what is the investment which is going to be raised by them, what is the fund which is going to be issued, what is the business size, how much sale the particular person has been done, how much requirement for, how the particular requirement, how the particular business is going to be work. There are the few of the examples by which a particular fund will going to be raised. So such type of documentation is going to be there for the product, and from that documentation the investor is going to be get a clear idea about the product, and he will going to be raise the fund easily for you. So it will be going to be easy to crack a particular person. If you are going to crack that person by the particular thing, the funds which is going to be rise easily. Then pay for your investment pitch. So perfect your investment pitch means that what you have to exactly tell about a person. So what is the investment interest of the particular investor? How he will going to pay and why he should raise the particular. You should answer the questions of that investor. So the investor is just willing to invest his fund to get a return on it. So you should tell him the what is the return on investment, what is the cumulative return, how long it is going to be take, how much money he will going to earn, how is it will be the exit plan for him, from how long it is going to be take, how the particular market share which is going to be captured, whether you are going to offer him the ownership of the company, whether you are offering the partnership in the company, whether you are willing to just a fund, whether you are going to give the interest, or whether you are going to be provide him the profit sharing ratio, what will be the ratio, all such type of things has to be mentioned. Then and then the particular pitch will going to be get certified. In the pitch, the further factor will be has to mention that what is the market size, how much target audience will be going to be there, how long it is going to be take to manufacturing, how the particular fund is going to be utilized. If we are going to be invest the particular fund, what is the particular investment of that fund will be going to be utilized. For example, we have seen in the previous that whether he is going to purchase a new machinery, whether he is going to hire a new manpower, whether he going to be do the advertisement, whether he is trying to explore the new market. When we are going to say the explore the new market, there will be different opportunities for them. So whether the target audience is vast or less, the product is in demand or whether product demand is going to be declined, the product cycles has to be studied, all such type of things has to be get perfect in your investor pitch. Then the term sheets. So what is the term sheets mean? The term sheets is nothing but the point is about the products. Sheets, what are the terms and the conditions? In a perfect set, we have seen that the funds which is going to be raised by the investor, how much return he are going to be get, what are the condition, it has to be get a written down. Huh? If you are offering him the 25% or the 30% or 50% equity shares of your company, whether you are going to give them the fixed rate of interest, whether it is going to be rate, how delay it is going to be take, all types of things has to be get terms in a particular thing. And the last is due intelligence. So what is the due intelligence? It is nothing but the investor is going to be verify your product speech, whether the your provider documentation. He will going to be trust on you. But there will be the verification is also going to be done. For example, any person is willing to invest you the 1 crore in your business. He will going to be trust that you are going to willing for the 1 crore. You are going to be invest into the purchase of new machinery, new starting with a new plant. There will be the different types of manpower. You are going to take a managers, new laborers, but he will going to be verify also that whether you are going to be actually requirement of that manpower, whether you are going to actually requirement of the particular uh, new plant or machinery. Thus, there should be a trust between the investors and the startup owner or entrepreneur, but it has to get verified that because the trust plays a very important role in your business, but there should be the verification also. For example, he will going to be read your document. He will going to be see that all the document which is going to be sent, it is correct. You are the legal company. Your market site which is going to be sent by you, it is going to be the 100 crores. He will going to be believe that the market size or the market requirement is 100 crore, but he will going to be cross check. The cross verification is going to be done. It is important. You will going to be near the budget sheet also that whatever the you are going to be say and whatever the requirement you have provided, it is true or wrong. He will going to be asked the expert. It is known as the due diligence. So when we are saying that if the company will going to be believe, after that he will has to be trust on you, but he will going to be verify. It is known as these are the some of the requirement. If you are going to do the such type of requirement with you, the funding rising will be easier for you. Then we are see the different from the next slide. We are going to be see what are the different types of opportunity or we can going to rise your funds. What are the different funds ways you are going to be see. Okay. Okay. So now we are going to see the different types of sources from which the investor or entrepreneur can rise his fund. The first is that the customer. Customer is a best investor. So how we are going to say the customer is the best investor? Because there are the some of the advantages by which you are going to get a fund from the customer. And how? Because if your product is such a useful for the customer, there is a burning product which is going to be fulfill the demand of the customer. The customer will going to be utilize that fund for easily he will going to be give. There are the some of the customer can going to give you the advances, so that advance you can use as an investment for it. After that your product is going to be complete, there will be ultimately, so the customer is going to be provide the fund, and if you are going to get advances for the particular work from the customer only, that fund will never going to be required to return. That way you are never going to be required for the sharing your company's profit. There will be no requirement for the interest rate. There will be no pressure, and obviously there will be no marketing has to be done for that. So customer is going to be the best investor at the first stage, and it is going to be easy. For that, just you have to find that your product is such a good that it is going to be solving the burning problem of continuing market. So ultimately you are going to be get the fund at a larger extent. The requirement which is going to be fulfilled by your product, ultimately customer are ready and they can wait for the longer duration, so you can rise or take an advances of your product as a fund, and that fund advance fund which is going to be utilized as an investment. Then there will be the self-funding and personal saving. So when we are going to be say the self-funding and personal saving, so it is also the one of the easy that you should utilize your personal saving, or you should rise your fund from your own pocket. If you are going to do that thing, there will be the trust has been going to be believe that investor, that a particular person has invested his own money, so he will going to work sincerely. He will going to be having the to believe on the particular business models, and the particular in entrepreneur will going to work sincerely. There will be the different approach, as he is going to be invest his own fund, and the investors is going to be also having the trust, and the customers will going to have the trust that the particular business will going to be succeed, because the particular person has invested his own money and there is no way out for him to exit from the particular business. It will going to be rise the funds and the opportunity for them. Okay, then the further we will see the different slides. Yes, the third slide is that peer-to-peer lending, friends and the family. So when it is also one of the easiest way to raise the fund, which is from the friends and the family, which is peer-to-peer lending also. So there are the some of the advantages of peer-to-peer or rising or friends or family. So what are the advantages of that? That you are never going to be you the interest rate. There will be easy money. There will be no documentation you have to do, as it is from your funds. They will never going to be ask for your money in a shorter period. There will be the long duration you can utilize your fund without the interest rate. The friends and family never charge the interest from a particular business. They will never demand you for the particular share in your business. Then there are the some of the advantages, no documentation. So ultimately there will be the less stress on entrepreneur focusing on returning of the fund, that they can focus their shift their focus to particular business, and it is going to be work more on the particular growth of the business. But there are also the disadvantages of the friends and family, that you are never going to value your company at the right stage. For example, if your friends and the family ask for the valuation of their money as a partnership. So if your company is of 1 crore, you will never going to value it for the 1 crore, because at the time of initial stage, your company was at the 10 lakh rupees. So ultimately you are going to offer him the 50% of your partnership. But at that time your company has been grown. So you are never able to valuation of your company at the right stage. So there are the a single disadvantage, that being the friends and the family, you will never going to be get the correct valuation of your company because of the peer-to-peer pressure, or we can going to say that it is the relationship, friends and the family. Okay, then next is crowdfunding. So when we are going to be say about the crowdfunding, finance from a public, it is known as the finance from the public. So the crowdfunding is the small amount which is going to be collected from different types of peoples in the market, and that fund is going to be utilized from for your growth of the business, for the investment, and what are the fundings which is going to be required. So as there are the some of the advantages of crowdfunding also. So what are the advantages? Because you are going to raise your fund from the public common peoples, uh, and it is in the small amount, so they he will never going to ask your fund at a particular shorter duration. Can stay in the market for the longer duration, and if the particular market person is going to be stay, they will not going to harass the entrepreneur to return on their money, and ultimately they will going to be do the mouth publicity of your company. So there will be the free advertisement of your company also. Why? Because the particular person has invested 1,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, 1 lakh, 2 lakh, and they will never going to ask for that money in a shorter duration. Just they will going to be say, and they will go to the mouth publicity that I have invested in this company. Try your product. It is good company. The entrepreneur are good. Ultimately, there will be the free marketing of your product, and the funding which is going to be rise from the crowd. It is going to be short time. Just it is the issue that you have to give him money in a longer duration, and you have to collect the small amount from large number of people to fulfill your demand of funding. So if you are going to be collect the small amount of different people, see there will be the opportunity, and that people, if they are invested in your fund, they will going to be utilize your service, they are going to utilize your product, and they will motivate and do the mouth publicity of your product to utilize for the other customers also. So ultimately demand of your product will going to be rise easily. Then next we are going to be see about a angel investment. As it is an angel investment, the name only suggests that angel investment is the angel for the particular business, because they will not only bring you the funds, but they will going to be help you with their intellectual, their expertise. There are the different types of angel investors in the market, which having the expertise in the particular sector. They will going to be guide you. They will going to be do the marketing for you. They will going to be explore the new market for you. There will be the condition improvement and the suggestions will be going to be provided along with the funds. The funds they will going to be provide, it is of the two types, whether they will going to be provide the debt fund, or whether they will going to be provide as a interest on your fund. They will going to be charge the interest, otherwise they will going to be take a partnership or equity shares of your business. It is going to be depend on the angel investors. So when the particular angel investor going to be invest in your market, there will be the growth is going to be definitely high, because the expertise of that particular person or the institution, The angel investment is not from the individual or a person. There are the some of the institutional investor, means the companies which is going to be invest in you, and that company's goodwill, that company's expertise will going to be help you and your business to grow at a larger interest. Next, we are going to see which is accelerator and incubator. So, what is the accelerator and incubator? So, these are the businesses which is going to be not do the business opportunity for you, but they are going to be provide n number of facilities for you along with their businesses. The incubators are the people, accelerators are the people who are going to do the business or existing in the particular business, and it is going to be well established, and they will going to be provide you the offices for your business, in the space in their offices for working. They will going to be provide you the client, they will going to do the marketing of your, they will provide the they will going to provide you the fund, they will going to do the digital marketing, they will going to be provide you the supports, they will going to provide you the speeches, they will going to be do all such type of thing which is going to be required into the market. Just not only the funds, but they will going to be guide you, they will mentor you, they will going to be groom you, they will going to be groom your product, they will go to corrections in the product, then they will going to do the advertisement, they will going to provide the working space for you, they will going to provide the manufacturing space, then they will do the advertisement, selling, and all the facility, digital marketing, and all the tools for the growth of the particular business. Such type of things they will going to be provide. So it is known as the accelerator for the business and the incubator for the startup business. There will be the funds which are going to be raised by them. It is also in a larger stage. Just not a funding, but such type of benefit will going to be reduce the cost of your product, because the infrastructure which is going to be provided by them, it is already built, and that infrastructure is utilized for their business as well as your business. So the expenses of that particular i- infrastructure is going to be reduced by you, and you are going to get a actual ready projects and ready business opportunities. Then next we are going to be say the venture finance or a purchase order finance. So venture finance are the large incubator, which is the large company, the financial institutions or institutional investors which is going to be provide you the funds, and that funds will going to be ready for your businesses, and that businesses will going to be take your particular startup to the next scale, and you can grow at a larger stage, because the venture capital or venture finance will going to be bring the large amount. They can bring from the 10 crores, 100 crores, 500 crores, they can build particular businesses. So ultimately your business is going to be rise, and if the such type of huge money will going to be rise by the particular business, they will going to be taking the particular partnership in a fund, they will going to be share the particular fund, and they will going to be help the particular business to grow and enjoy the particular premium market. At the initial stage, the venture capital going to be provide you the orders, they will going to provide you the funds, they will going to be do the premium exercise of your business, so that ultimately when the company size is going to be grow, when the company's business is going to be grow, the ultimately their equity share will going to be there. For example, if the company will going to be invest the 1 crore rupees in your business, and you are offering 20% of your equity shares. So ultimately, your company is going to be of 5 crore rupees for the now. Then only you are offering him the 20% equity share. So when your business is going to be grow from 5 crore to 10 crore, 10 crore to 20 crores, so ultimately the 20% share will be going to be rise from 1 crore to 2 crore, 2 crore to 3 to 5 crores. As a 20% of the 20 crores will be going to be increased. So venture capital firms will going to be help you to grow your business. Ultimately, the hidden motive or the open motive of them is that the growth of their fund, the return on their investment is going to be good for you. Then next is the bill discounting. As everyone know that the bank is also going to be provide you the fund. Just they will going to be take the purchase orders, they will going to take a bills, they will going to take a commission for me. For example, if you are going to be rise for the 1 crore rupees, they will charge you the 1% or 2% on the particular bill, and they will going to offer you the 98 or 99% on the particular orders. If you have in the order of 1 crore rupees, you have the payment will going to be delay. In the further, you will going to be take that payment advance from the bank, and the bank will just provide take a commission either 1% or 2%. So they can going to be offer the 98 lakhs or 99 lakhs against the your 1 crore bills. So it is known as the bill discounting. It is also going to be easy for business entrepreneur to utilize that fund. So the last is the venture capital or venture debts. So venture capital are the capital fund which is going to be raised by the particular institutional investment or the companies which is going to be offer the funds against the equity shares in the, your company. And the venture debts are the debts which is going to be offered the fund against the fixed rate of interest which is going to be charged. It is nothing but the some type of loan which is going to be there. And when we are going to be say the venture capital, it is from the 1 crore to the 5 crore, then there will be the 1 crore to 50 crores, 50 crore to 100 crores. Such type of huge amount is going to be invested by the venture capital. uh, Below that it is going to be the 10 lakh to 50 lakh. There will be the angel investor which is going to help. There will the friends and family will going to be utilized. But if you are going to be rise for the larger extent up to the 500 crore, then the venture capital is going to be provide you the funds. And after the 500 crore, there are the IPOs, which is going to be, and then when you are going to raise your fund from the IPO, initial public offering, it is going to be the private limited company to the public limited. Your company is going to be grow at a larger state, and your company is going to be get private limited. So IPO is the last stage, and the last stage you have to get a particular IPO from the 500 crores to the thousands of crore you can going to be rise from the IPO. Okay. So this was the some of the initial and important sources from which the startup owner or entrepreneur can rise your fund. Hope you all going to be understanding and you can rise your fund from such type of sources. Okay, thank you.